Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to do an update on bin 1. Now, it's been nearly a month since my last update, so I know this bin is going to need some food, maybe some moisture depending on how it looks. I did have the lid on for the last month, so it might not need moisture, but we'll check. And it will probably need another infusion of my crushed eggshell, which I almost always add, and we'll have to see how it's doing as far as the side-to-side migration that we had started. Now, with the fact that it probably ran out of food, the worms are probably migrating back through the material looking for any pieces that they missed, which isn't a bad thing. It means that they're going to hopefully find some more things, but we're going to try to add food to that one side and get them to migrate back over so we can do a harvest on the rest of it. So let's go and take a look at the bin. Okay, here's our bin 1. As you can see, today's date of 1/6/2021, first update in the new year. So let's take open this lid and just take a look here. A little bit of moisture on the lid, not too bad. So it's not too moist, not too dry, really, it looks like at this point. Oh, now look at this fruit fly trap here. I see a couple of fruit flies in here still. One of them crawling out right now on the side. Oh, hold on a second, I just have some rocks on my glove. So I'm not seeing much, but look at this trap. Let's just see if I can pull this up here. So this trap worked pretty well. Both sides here, it looks like there's bugs that were stuck to it. So it worked pretty well. They don't look quite as developed. Normally you see like big bugs on here, but they look like they're kind of smashed to it. I'm not sure why that is, but hey, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth here. You know, dead bugs is dead bugs. So these traps do work. As I said, there is a link down below in my description for them. So if you're looking to get fruit fly traps for your bins, this works pretty well. And these are small enough where they can go in here. They just get jabbed into the material. You pull off the little sticky tabs or the piece to open up these sticky tabs on the side, and they just sort of crawl up here. So they work really well in these bins where you have a lid on them, as the fruit flies will tend to see this and get attached to it. So I went from having, I think, quite a few in here to I saw only one or two maybe. So that's a good drop in fruit flies for these traps. So let me put that off to the side. If I can, it's not stuck to my gloves. There we go. Here is our side that we are trying to remove all of our stuff from. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to kind of scrape off this top here. There's another fruit fly right there, got him. I'm going to scrape off this top here and just put it off to the side over here. Because it looks like there's a lot of material on top right now. More cardboard and stuff like that. We can just kind of keep that in the bin here, and we can keep that going. Let's just dig down in here, though, in this center section here, and just take a look. So there's still a lot of, I know that there's still a lot of cardboard and stuff mixed in here, but I'm not too worried about that. It'll come out in my sorting. But like, look at this material. It looks really nice and crumbly. It's not too wet, not too dry. Little tiny worm right there on my glove. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just see if I can adjust this light. It looks pretty dark in here to me. Actually, you know what? Let me take this out. This is going to help adjust the light a little bit better, maybe, for you. There we go. Sometimes a bright light will throw off the white balance and everything in here and the brightness. So, but this material is looking pretty good. It looks very healthy. You know, still some worms in it, obviously. That's perfectly fine. As I said, they probably migrated back through as the food ran out in this area. Let's just dig up another handful here. Another fruit fly right there. Just kill them as I see them here. But really big worms in the bottom here. They look pretty healthy still. So this bin is doing really well. Material looks really good. You know, as I said, there's definitely some cardboard through it, but I'm not too worried. Let's just do one from the corner here, just to see how this looks. A little bit compressed, but not too bad. More cardboard in the corner here than expected. Now here's something I didn't expect. Here's an avocado shell. I didn't thought those were all on the other side. So I'm not sure why this is over here. But there's a couple worms in here, and there's some shells of something else in here, it looks like. I'm not sure if that's just the seed that was in here or what, but a whole bunch of worms in there right now. So I'm going to throw that back on this side. Let me grab that little piece right there. I'm going to throw that back on this side right over here once we start emptying this. Let me just check the other side now. I'm curious if there's food anywhere else in here. No, this looks good too. Nice, healthy looking material here. Some good composting worms in here mixed in. Actually, here's a piece of banana stem. I'll throw that in here too. Get that back over on this side. Let's just see if we dig out this corner. Again, it's not like, this doesn't look like the consistency of mud or anything. It looks very good. Hold the corner consistency a little bit, but you shake your fingers and it just breaks right apart. That's the exact consistency that you really want for this stuff. It might be a tiny bit dry, but it's not too bad overall. So let's go over here to where we've been feeding. Now, this, I see some moisture in the bottom here. And I see some little tiny worms down here. I don't know if you can see them or not, but right there, I see some worms. But this is essentially just moisture that's, there's no food left in it anymore. There's very few worms, too, because they've all migrated out to go to the rest of the bin to find food, as there's not enough microbes over here to feed the population that's in here. So what we need to do is we need to dig out this centerpiece. We're going to add this little shell in there. Now what we're going to do is I have some frozen food, as I always do. Let me just put that guy back in. Ready to go. So I have a whole bunch of coffee grounds that I'm going to add this time. So, actually let me add this portion of it over here if I can grab them off. I'm just trying to rip them off here. So here we go. Here's a portion of coffee grounds. These are used coffee grounds, obviously. I don't throw in fresh ones. Fresh ones can be a little bit acidic. They are frozen right now, but they'll thaw pretty quick. There is a piece of orange on the bottom and some carrot, but other than that, it's primarily coffee grounds. And we're going to put that on this side. And I'm going to grab some more bedding to add to this as well. And we're going to have to put some water on this. Actually, hold on. Let me one thing I forgot. I almost forgot here. Let me just take off my glove. Let me add a little bit of crushed egg and crab shell here. You know, again, I'll have a video linked if you want to learn how to make this. Again, you should always be careful and wear a mask when you're working with this stuff. I'm going to put on a whole bunch there. You don't need to add this every time. I like to. I like to keep a lot of grit in my bins. This also will go into my garden soil, which I think is good. So I'm going to just put this back on top there like that. I'm going to grab some more fresh paper here and cardboard. Just shake it out here. That's before I bring it over to the top of this here, just to add a little bit more of a barrier there. Now, what I'm going to want to do is I want to spray this down with some moisture. I want to get this a little bit wet. Coffee grounds don't have a lot of moisture to them. So I am going to use my sprayer here and just spray this down. Oh, might need a little bit more pressure than that. Let me just pump it up a little bit. There we go. And I'm not trying to saturate this right now. I mean, I know I added some dry cardboard and stuff like that, but I'm just trying to get enough moisture so that way there's moisture that moves around in here. You know, the rest of the bedding felt pretty good, so I don't need a whole lot. I just want a little bit to moisten that new paper, and I'll add a little bit to the cardboard. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this back over the top here, and we're going to put our little prime piece of plastic in here. And I just have this in there just so that way that it's a little bit closer to the material when it reflects that moisture back in. It allows this to dry out just a little bit more on this side. I'm going to throw some of this paper that was on the top over here by the edges. So make sure it's all nice, and there's a banana stem right there. I think I'll just put that right here. So anyhow, that's our update. It's still going well. Unfortunately, as I said, I hadn't updated in a while, and because of that, the worms seem to have spread back out inside the bin here. So hopefully this infusion of food will bring them back. And the next time we update, we'll find more in this section over here, right underneath the label. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please let me know. And remember, I do link a lot of the stuff that I use here and with links down in the bottom that you can purchase. So if you're looking to purchase any of these items, please help me out and click those links. And thank you for watching.